Here's a quick explanation of how to set up and use a default diary. It can take a while to set up and you might have to adjust it a few times to get it working well for you, but once you've nailed it, you'll get heaps more done in less time every week, and it'll be more of the right stuff. In this example, we've used Google Calendar, but if you prefer, you can use Outlook. Here's 5 reasons why a default diary is so valuable. First, it means you're working in a way that's proactive, not reactive. You're in control. You're not just blindly doing what comes up first or reacting to other people's demands and losing time to doing the stuff that you really needed to do. It helps you work to your strength, and it helps you deal with tasks you don't like doing very much. Makes you focus on the important, not just the urgent, and not having to make decisions about what to do when frees up your brain for more important decisions. Apparently our brains have a limited amount of decision-making capacity in any one day, so don't waste it. Ready to get started? Let's go. Step 1 is to create a list of all the things you have to do on a regular basis, daily, weekly and monthly. One handy way to do this is using post-it notes, because you can group them and move them around as you plan your time. Make a note of approximately how much time each thing takes, and when there are things which involve going out of the office, like regular client meetings, remember to include travel time. Step 2. Decide when you're at work. Draw your line in the sand. And step 3. Think about when are the best times of the day for you to do particular things, depending on your personal body clock. Are you an early bird or a night owl, and your client demands, and your family commitments? Now it's time to start scheduling, so give yourself a blank calendar and let's go. Start with the regular meetings and appointments that occur at a time you can't change. Things like set client meetings, networking group meetings, things like that. Second, add the things you need to do every day or every week or every month. The things that you can decide what time of the day you're going to do them, because they don't involve other people. And as much as possible, keep these at the same time each day, bearing in mind your personal body clock. Remember to include working on the business time. You need to allocate at least 10 and preferably 20% of your time to working on the business. More is better, because those are the things that are going to move your business forward. Remember to include exercise time and meal breaks time. And include planning and review times. And this isn't the same as working on the business time. Working on the business time is when you're actually doing the stuff that's moving your business forward. Planning and review time is when you're working out what that stuff should be and how effective you're being. And hopefully you're going to have some blank spaces left, some free time. And if not, then I'll talk to you about what to do with an overflowing default diary in a couple of weeks. Now we're going to turn that free time into what we call flexible time, and hopefully you'll have at least 20% of your time available for flexible time. Here's some of the benefits of flexible time. It enables you to be responsive to client needs, to schedule meetings and activities without disrupting your regular routine, to deal with the unexpected activities and deadlines. And don't waste your valuable flexible time. Use a flexible time to-do list. I'll talk more about that in next week's video on the Rule of 3 to-do list strategy. And you can even give yourself permission to do absolutely nothing. In this example, we've scheduled working on a client presentation for Tuesday afternoon and running the client presentation for Wednesday morning, because those are the things that were unexpected. And then there are still 6 hours of flexible time available, maybe even time to fit in a game of golf. Here's a couple of hints for using a default diary effectively. Color code your diary to make it easier to see what you should be doing when, and to match it up to your to-do lists. And remember to test and adjust. Keep notes of the differences between the actual and the desired, and then you can review and adjust your default diary to make it a better fit for you. It might take a while to get it right, but once you've nailed it, you're going to get so much more done and be so much more productive in much less time. I'll show you how to use the Rule of 3 to-do list strategy to make the best use of your default diary and of your flexible time in next week's video. So thanks for listening, and I'd love to hear how you go with using a default diary, and I hope to hang out with you again in next week's video when I'll talk about using the Rule of 3 to-do lists.